Fairweather from the Morning Riddles. And Abby Hupp, she is the writer of Wizard in the Kitchen, and she's also the co-host of Spinner's Cast. Oh, Rock. Oh, organizer of Rock. You did that. Okay, anyway, they'll be talking today about reading and rocking out the culture and future of Wizard Rock. So.
As we said, basically the purpose of this panel is to discuss the culture of Wizard Rock, people who are involved in it, what impact it has on their lives and on the fandom as a whole, and also the future of it long term as well. So we're going to start out the discussion with culture. So our first question for the panelists is, just in general, do you think that Wizard Rock fans and musicians differ as a group from the fan population as a whole, and if so, how?
We're cooler. No, I think that the Harry Potter fandom is incredibly creative, and it's just one of the many outlets that people use to express their love. I think there's fan fiction and art people who crochet. They're all amazing in their own ways, and it's good. So allow it away.
Another thing is, and everybody knows, Dumbledore has said that music is magic above all that we do here. Music has always been a way of getting a message out to people in an appealing and approachable way, and I think what these guys have been doing is helping keep the feelings that we've all had throughout the books going. Like, it's, okay, I have post-Potter depression, but I can go to a Wizard Rock show and have that feeling again. It's like coming together as a room of requirement and just being with your friends, and I really personally think that if it wasn't for the Wizard Rockers, things would be very different right now in the fandom. And I think we need to keep this going. Right now, with the books being done and the movies are closing, think about it. What else can we do? And the best way to keep this family that we've created going, and this wizarding community that we have here in the United States and around the world, is to keep coming together and stay in contact with each other. Keep going to groups where there's going to be lots of other people. Keep making friends, and as long as these guys will keep playing music, I think it's really possible.
It sounds like the end already.
I just want to say that I find this question sort of difficult to answer just because I'm not terribly connected to other parts of the fandom, mostly because, I don't know, Wizard Rock pretty much dominates every waking moment of my life. But I have to say that when I come to conventions, I get a sense for how energetic the entire fandom is, no matter what section of the fandom it is. And I would say that the one thing we all have in common is that we like to party. And everyone is just having fun, and that's awesome to see. So sometimes I think that maybe Wizard Rock is more casual than other parts of the fandom, but then I come to conventions and I see how it really is.
Wizard Rock fans are generally, we think they're different, or they tend to be more socially conscious and things like that. So we were wondering what you guys think, like what aspect of Wizard Rock happens to bring those types of people together.
Well, I think it's kind of like Alex was saying, how it's an outlet, how we can express ourselves, and other people, if other people see something in our music or our lyrics that they agree with, it's not just from a Harry Potter standpoint, from a social justice standpoint, and that allows other people to kind of look up at us and say, hey, I agree with what they're saying, and then then they give us our support, and it just kind of, it's a way to express what we think and what we want to say, and it gives us an outlet and an audience, and I think that's
Older people in this room will remember that rock and roll was originally about rebellion. And it's still about rebellion. And activism is rebellion. It's standing up like Harry did and saying, you know what, this isn't happening anymore. I'm going to do something about this. And it fits. You know, you think about the rock in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, that was really rebellious. It's like protest songs in the 70s and all that. It's just another way to wake people up. And music, everybody loves to go to a concert and rock out. And then if you come away with something, then it's even more so than that. So I think part of that is, it's just that musicians just have so much to give, and it's just that little rebellious streak that, you know, we have and that the fans have, and people like me who are sort of supporting the bands and stuff. I really think that's what it is. It's just, you know, we're tired of the way things are working out in this country and around the world, and it's time to do something about it. And that's part of why I think also Wizard Rock is so appealing, because that's what Harry Potter and the DA did too. So in a way, it's just, you can keep finding parallels to that, and I think that's really, really great. So.
And if I may say so, I think as somebody who's involved in the Wizard Rock and the animation fan art side of fandom, I think that maybe it's a little easier to address issues of social justice and awareness of these issues through music, because you can sort of have a more general expression of awareness with fan fiction or fan art. It's usually more based around the characters and the plot. And there is some room for addressing that, but it's more specific to the canon.
It's easier to express yourself if you can hide it behind a character, when in reality it's really just you and what you want to say.
Yeah. One of the quotes that we used for sort of inspiration for some of our questions was actually from Abby's blog after, I'm not sure if
Rock Star 2007.
Yeah. And this quote was, "A rock stalker is 1, generous, 2, respectful, 3, caring, 4, tolerant, 5, funny and or fun-loving, 6, concerned about the world." And I think you said that doesn't just apply to people who are rock stars, but also people who are involved in the music rock community in general. So we were just wondering what you see at Rockstock and also in the rock community that made you say that these specific adjectives apply to this.
Well, that blog was specific to Rockstock. I think it's beautiful, and I'm really honored. I actually just sort of found out like a week ago that people took that and took it to mean like community-wide. But when I wrote that, it was right after I got back from the first Rockstock, which was just unbelievable. Those that were there, you know what happened. Those that weren't have heard about it. We became a family that weekend. 300 people became a family, and we still, all of us, are in constant contact with each other. And so I wrote that really to let people know that we're planning on coming to Rockstock, sort of like what our standards are as far as like, we do have a limited number of attendees. We can only have a certain number of people. And basically what I was saying with that blog is, since Rockstock is about, because we're connected with the Harry Potter Alliance, all our profits go to the Harry Potter Alliance, that if you're not there to have an open heart and an open mind and to learn from yourself and to make friends and to find your family, we don't want you there. It's just that simple. If you're there just to try to like get a picture with somebody, or to just get so drunk that you can't stand up straight or anything, if that's the only reason you're there, I don't want you there. We don't need you there. We want people who are going to be there. You're the exception. That blog is a big thing for me. But it's just more like that. No, but it's just, I didn't mean for people to take that to mean that Wizard Rock fans have to do that. I'm not anybody's boss. I'm nobody's mother or anything like that. It's just those are as the person who runs Rockstock, I just don't want people there that aren't going to be part of what Rockstock is about. And that's the love and the activism and the sharing and the learning about what's going on in the world, and then taking that home with you and spreading it to your friends and people that in your community.